guys want me to be such a man? Fine. Since I'm the man of this house and I pay the rent here, how about you guys get
Hey, what's going on, you guys? I'm here for another video. Honestly, it's been a second since I've done a video, and I feel really, really bad because, some people have been asking me about like my channel and stuff. And there's people that I know, like in my everyday life, like personally, that actually watch me, and they're like, "When are you posting a new video? When you're posting?" I'm like, things have been a little bit crazy. But anyway, today we're gonna talk a little bit about Grownish. Grownish just aired a new episode that really interested me because it really kind of hits home. Now, in the past, Grownish really did not do it for me, and it still doesn't. There's still a lot of different, there's a lot of episodes that I could point out, like in the past, and other people, like As Told by Kenya, Amanda, um, and so many other people have done videos on Grownish and why it's not necessarily the best form of media for like what it's supposed to be. Like it presents itself as the show that's supposed to um, touch on these issues, and that's literally what it does. It just touches the surface most of the time. It doesn't really go that in depth. And the thing is that I follow Jordan Buad on Instagram, and he posted a short clip of the next episode that would air, and it was about his character Vivek, and he had gotten into a situation. He went to a party with his girlfriend, and they had a threesome, but it wasn't what they thought it was. Doug and Aaron, he was talking to Doug and Aaron, and he was talking about, oh yeah, and then I kissed, and then she started kissing Alex, and then this and then the other, and they're like, oh, Alex, like Alex, she sounds thick, immediately assuming that Alex is a girl. But Vivek says, yeah, he's pretty swole, like I think he's on the rowing team or whatever. They're like, you had a threesome with a guy, and he confirms yes. And then we see it in the beginning of the episode. He gets like super drunk, super high at a party, whatever, and he's with his girl, and then they end up in this room together, and then they get it down. They get down and dirty with it. They have a threesome, and it's with a dude. And the thing is like they don't with Grownish. It's always like they tap the surface of the issues that concern, like, because this is supposed to be centered around a group of friends. Technically, Zoe is supposed to be centered around Zoe from Blackish, obviously, and she's going to a predominantly white college, and she's Black, and it's kind of supposed to highlight the struggles of a Black student, a Black person going to a predominantly white institution. It does, but then it doesn't, because sometimes they will touch on an issue and say, oh, hey, that's not right because of this, that, and the third. And then we cut to the next scene, and then there's no build up. There's nothing else that goes on. We don't really get any more content. We don't get any in-depth like explanation about much of anything, really. I pointed this out on the post that he put on his Instagram, the actor who plays Vivek, and I said, I hope that they actually do this one right, because in the past they haven't. And this is something that is becoming more and more common. A lot of guys are starting to explore their sexuality more openly, but they're being scrutinized, they're being judged for it. But then at the same time, women who do the same thing, they get praised all the time. Why? Because of toxic masculinity. And I'm glad that Nomi actually like pointed that out, because she herself is bisexual, and she is like actually bisexual. Like, she's dated guys and she's dated girls, and she even got she has a whole baby now. Obviously, she had sex with a guy to get this baby. So the thing is, it's like she understands, the struggles of being bisexual, and how like people kind of look at that as like taboo a lot of the time. I don't understand why. And then like most people look at it as like the segue, kind of like the lead into being fully gay, but there are people out there who still identify as bisexual even after like their first few experiences. And they just decide, hey, you know what, don't care about gender and I like both, so I am bisexual, and they continue on and they date just as many guys as they do girls, or they might have a preference of dating guys over girls or girls over guys. It doesn't matter, but if they identify as bisexual, then that's what they are. Now, on the other hand, there are people out there who have a curiosity because maybe they see like other gay people out there, and they're like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying it out to see if I like what I try, like to see if I like it. And that's what Vivek did. He was like, he had a little alcohol in his system and stuff, so he's a little bit more loose, a little bit more open-minded. Maybe he wasn't before, because he even said, I had never thought about it before, but I did. She wanted me to. His girlfriend, like kind of like, y'all two kiss now, because she kissed Vivek and then she kissed the guy, and then she was like, she gestured to both of them for them to kiss, and then they did. But the thing is, it's like they tried to make it seem like they were like he was, gay because of it. They might try to make it seem like he was gay or bisexual because he tried kissing a guy. And honestly, we need to stop. It needs to stop. That sort of a thing needs to stop. And I'm glad that they actually took out the time to develop that entire conversation over the course of the entire episode. This is what we need to do more. I feel like they don't do it enough on this show, and I feel like they probably listened finally. They've been listening because they finally did it the right way. Hopefully, when they get on another issue concerning Black people, hopefully they actually do it the right way, and we have a whole episode to develop the conversation and take it forward based on the events that happen in the episode. Even though a lot of people like to say that it's not the same thing as like when we have racial issues, it kind of is. I don't like it when people try to put one over the other just because you can't, just because one is probably seen more, it doesn't mean it's any less or more important. And I'm not trying to sound like all lives matter right now. Just don't think that. No, but you are able to pay attention to more than one thing at a time. And at this moment in time, the issue is bisexuality. The issue is exploring sexuality, not anything having to do with the Black community. But it does relate because you go through the same issues with people judging, with people making judgments, with people scrutinizing you, with people, just drawing their own conclusions based off of absolutely no facts. You try something and you don't like it, then you don't like it. It's like trying food for the first time. And you yourself are a minority, and I hate this because it happens a lot in the Black community, and I don't know why, but Black gay people get a lot of crap. And people of color who are gay get a lot of crap, and it's really ridiculous. And there's so much homophobia in the Black community. And I'm glad that he called them out for being homophobic because it's exactly what they were. And then Nomi was like, you know what, you guys are my friends, and I know that you guys aren't really like, you don't hate gay people, but you are very ignorant at this point in time, and you need to sit down, you need to listen and learn exactly what it is. Take it from somebody. And I'm glad that she was in the room with them when they were having this discussion, like the second time around, because the first time they was all messed up. They told him, look at this guy over here because he's eating a banana, and you're supposed to eat it with a fork. Who the freak? I'm trying not to curse too much because I'm at my mom's house. But who in the hell actually eats a banana with a fork? Can you tell me? I know that I've never seen anybody eat a banana with a fork or a spoon, or like, what utensils? It's a piece of fruit. You better bite into that, open that up and bite into it. Thank you, good night. Like, who does that? And then of course they like point out his like, he's very, very much so the most like fresh looking person on the show. Like, he always has the best clothes, the best hair. Like, his hair is always done really nice with the highlight and stuff. So they try to make that a reason as to why homeboy is gay. First of all, Aaron, ain't nobody talking about your goddamn Skywalker ass ponytail in the back of your head. It looks stupid. It looks dumb. Okay, he over here, the whole head shaved, and then he has a stupid braid on the back. Like, what is that? Who greenlit that? Who greenlit that? All I'm saying, that's all I'm saying is the bull crap that they try to come at. And I'm already convinced that they're trying to write Doug off of the show permanently because of his issues with, I think that him and Chloe, they were dating in real life, right? Her and Diggy Simmons, they were dating in real life, and I think they broke up. I feel like they're trying to write him off the show completely because he's just turned into a giant asshole. I don't like his character. I never really liked his character before, but he was okay. I was like, okay, fine, just go ahead. But now I don't care about his character at all. I don't. I really don't. But he was saying a lot of bull crap too. I was just like, what? Like how? But anyway, but yeah, so the conversation really needs to be had because I think that, me myself, I used to identify as bisexual. And it was just because, like, I still had an attraction to girls, and I still do now. But at this point in time, I don't ever see myself dating another woman. And it's just because, um, well, first of all, I'm in a relationship with a man right now, but like, I like what I like, and my boyfriend even says the same thing. He's like, I like what I like. The two of us, like, you know, we still look at women and we still like, damn, she's fine. Like we still look at women and but we also look at men the same way. Anybody who looks good, looks good to us because beauty's in the eye of the beholder and attraction is different for everybody. But if we see somebody attractive, we're like, oh wow, they look good. Um, and it could be a woman, it could be a man. It doesn't really matter. So that's the thing about it. Like the whole labels thing really just kind of diminishes character and personality. And I hate that. But unfortunately, we've been living by labels since the beginning of time. So it's really just nothing like there's nothing that much that we can do about it. Hopefully we can come to a point where we put the label on something, but it doesn't really matter. Which the thing is, I feel like that's the thing that they were trying to say. Like Aaron and Doug, I feel like they were trying to say, like, look, we don't care if you're bi, but like we're just telling you that you are. But like that's not the thing. Like if he's telling you that he's not, believe what he says. You can't tell somebody what they identify as because it's their identification. You can't tell someone if someone says that, yeah, I'm gay or yeah, I'm bi, then okay, fine. But if they say that they're not, then you have to just believe them at their word that they're not. And there's nothing you can really say or do about it. But it becomes very ignorant of you to just try to force that on them if they're telling you that they're not. It was trash altogether. I'm glad by the end. Obviously, they kind of learned like that they can't be like that and to just believe him at his word. And if down the line he decides that, hey, maybe I am, just be the supportive friend. It doesn't really matter. And I relate this to my life because I struggled with that sort of a thing in middle school and high school, and it's the reason why I really didn't have a lot of guy friends because toxic masculinity has always been a thing, but it was really really a thing back in those times because people were not as mature. A lot of people would make fun of me for that stuff. I talked about it in my coming out video. But when it came down to later on in life, I mean, some of the same guys who were making fun of me for my sexuality back then are in my DMs now. Sup? Sorry, you can't have none of this, but I'm here with a bonnet talking shit. No, I just put some Jamaican black castor oil and tea tree oil and stuff in my like oiled my scalp and stuff. So I'm trying to keep that down in here so it doesn't drip down my face. So that's why I put the bonnet on. All in all, the episode actually was good and I enjoyed it. I even enjoyed like little side stories that had. I haven't been this into Grownish since like maybe the first season or so, the first and maybe the second season. I stopped really watching it after like maybe 3 or 4 episodes into the second season. After that, I really didn't watch it again. I would catch clips here and there, but I really wasn't watching it religiously like I was in the beginning. And that's just because the storylines just didn't really appeal to me. And it really didn't seem like they were touching on the issues the way that they should have been. They weren't going into as much detail. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I feel like I talked in circles a little bit, but it's been a minute since I've been on camera, so I had to like kind of get a lot of stuff out. But anyway, that's again, that's gonna be it. Make sure you're following my social media so you can, be a little bit closer to me, I guess. I don't really know. My social media is not all that great, but follow me anyway. You might find something that you like. I also started making some TikToks, not good ones. They're mostly just of me singing. Why not? And yeah, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. And sooner or later, I'm gonna be posting some more reactions. Shiny is back, so they're putting out their stuff. They have a performance video of "Don't Call Me." I love that song, and I love the album. The album slaps. I love it. I've been waiting for them to make a comeback ever since they came out ever since they came out the army. I was like, oh yes, yes, yes. Come on, let's go. Let's get this music together. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day, okay? Stay safe and take care. Bye.